We're hanging out today with the one and only Akio.
But I feel like had it
Bobby
not been for Whitney, could have gotten one more good album out of Bobby.
Now, here's a fun fact about him, right? He has been in Drake's toilet.
I believe he said these toilets are automatic and they play Tupac. Drake's out of control. That would be fun if he wasn't beefing with Kanye West. What's up, what's up? Welcome to the official SA chart. It's Thursday, so you know what that means, and it's an especially dope episode because C2 again. You know how it is.
You missed this,
Double
right?
the trouble.
You missed
Yeah.
us.
That's what it's about. Are you well, bud? You
I'm good, my friend. Are you good?
I'm in the streets, you know.
In the squares, living
Out
in
here
basement.
blasting all things music, you know. Take the stress away from life. Tabo besta. Smamele izinto eziright.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Music.
That's what it's about. So
I
let's
agree.
get straight into it.
Alrighty, now let's go on at number 10. It is number 10, okay? At number 10, we have Some Metrics with Mashudu. It is Mina Now. Do you think they are slowly but surely like walking out of the...
I think so.
Top
I
tier?
think so. Because if you follow the patterns, this is it. You know,
Yeah.
you do just slow backtrack.
Yeah.
But this is a bit of a substantial drop because I think they dropped 4 places from last week. So we might be saying goodbye to Mina Now. But that's okay because at number 9, keeping us warm, we have a track for the winter. He who has an ear,
Let
them hear. Sean Music, X Duppy, F Tears with Pepper.
What if there's like 10-year-olds watching this?
10-year-olds?
Don't
I don't
watch.
know.
Just don't watch. Don't
That's
go
what it
search. What does EE mean? All right.
Ah, yeah, I missed you.
Shout out to Beba. It's a dope song. I was asking our editor today, how do people dance to this song? And do you know what she said? They dance with the particular part of their body. And I was like, what about us where the particular part of the body just moves with the rest of the body? She's like, do it. It doesn't matter. Oksala, you are there.
A movie tour.
No problem.
Good to have.
And at number 7, right?
Number 8, I believe.
Number 8. Okay, thank you. At number 8, we do have Arya Star, not Stock, with Rush.
Animals they in human form. Body man nobody like walk, but you must hustle if you want job. You no finish they won't fight us. If them they run them no fit catch up.
You know, she changes looks quite a lot of times in that video.
I love her.
Still a bad thing though. Come to
Love
South
her.
Africa, come say hi, boo, what it is. Moving right along to the track now that apparently is the highest charting song by an African artist in the UK singles chart. Came in at number 2, but it is number 7 on our chart this week. Libyansa with People.
People. You know what? I love this song. I always say the same thing over and over again. You know, people will be walking in with eyes with bangs if they're smoking banga, but you don't ask. Also, friend, what do your eyes look like? You've been...
We're hanging out today with the one and only Akio.
Thanks
How
for
you
having
doing,
me.
big
Man,
homie?
I'm
Are
great.
you well?
I'm great, man. Always
Bless,
good
bless,
to like
bless.
talk music, you know.
That's what it's about, man.
Yeah.
So, getting straight into it, people know you as Akio the DJ, but that's not all.
No doubt.
That there is to you. We went through your resume. I've been following your career for a long time as a hip hop fan myself, and so I'm aware that you do a bunch of different things. How do you manage? How do you get through all of that stuff? And how do you want people to remember you? Not forgetting, actually, that the good DJ over here, worked at the ICC, which means you are a holistic human being with experiences in many different things. Tell us about that journey.
No doubt. Like, I think for me, you know, it's about finding your lane within the industry, and I think that for me, I feel like I'm a creative first, and being a DJ kind of falls underneath that. So I think it's understanding like what your strengths are. So I think a lot of people, especially it was like when Jay-Z was like at his peak, everybody wanted to be the rapper, the label CEO, the businessman, all of those types of things at once. But for a lot of people, that ain't you. Just be the rap, you know, the CEO. Just be the rap label exec. Just be the MC. So, you know, I think for me, it's I was one of those people that kind of really understood a lot of the different aspects. But a lot of it comes from, to be honest, it's from when you start off from the ground up, you can't afford to have a graphic designer, so you do your own flyers. You can't afford to have an accountant, so you handle all your own finances. You not only are you a DJ, but then you also become a promoter, because at the beginning you're a DJ, you get your fee, then you realize, you know what, man, the promoters are making more money. Let me be a DJ and a promoter. So now you start promoting your own events. Then at one point you're like, but you know who's making the most money? The bar. Then you decide you want to start having a cut of that, running your own like events from a bigger point of view. So I think that it's like just understanding where you fit in, and then at some point, you know, I didn't know Photoshop, but I learned Photoshop. Like now with Strictly Soul, I edit a lot of our own videos, the Cape Town videos I do myself. I didn't study film, but I got YouTube, you know? So you learn to do a lot of these different things, and as these things come along, you know, you get opportunities. You know, the DJing gets my name out and my foot in the door with agencies, and then like the creative side kind of helps me with helping to write campaigns, all these other stuff, you know? So I think it's kind of having that passion, understanding what you're good at, and then just going. But yeah. Sure.
Accepting and working with, I suppose, where you are in life and the resources around you to build a career. And that also helps to understand, I suppose, the game holistically, to understand also who you are.
Absolutely.
And the many things you're capable of. Speaking of which, you've been in the game for a long, long time.
Right.
And there've been many changes. There've been periods that I suppose could have been better than others. Do you remember a part or a stage in your career that is your favorite? Or where you are right now would qualify as your sweet spot, let's put it that way?
You know, I think it's difficult to pinpoint one spot, because, you know, I feel like there's, like you said, there's definitely several different eras in my career. So there were spots where the money was great, and there's also spots where the passion was great, you know? So I think I can talk about like one time was 2007 to 2011 in Cape Town when we started Cool Out. And again, this is before what I consider like the modern golden era of South African hip hop. So for me, the modern golden era of South African hip hop, which ended, I feel like 2019, 2020, I feel like COVID kind of ended it. But what started it was, like, if you can pinpoint one moment, it was AKA's Victory Lap. To me, that song is like what started the golden era. Because I mean, we had stuff going on before that, you know what I'm saying? But it was kind of bubbling up into that point. But then from there, that's where everything else kind of blew up. You know what I'm saying? That was that time when you heard it on the radio and you're like, yo, who is it? I remember I was listening on the radio and I'm like, yo, what is this? Is this international? Is this local? Then he's like throwing out local references and you're like, yo, this is local. And then at the end, they're like, yo, it's AKA with Victory Lap. You're like, yo, and then you just knew something was gonna happen, you know? So for me, 2007 to 2011 was like just before that moment happened. So during that time, hip hop was still not really respected. Like if you went to the club to hear hip hop, you'd have to listen to 4 hours of house. Just for that 1 hour of hip hop. For the 1 hour of hip hop, you get up, get down, and the house would come back on, and like, you know, it wasn't really there. We weren't getting the sponsorships. We weren't getting like the brand affiliations, any of that type of stuff. So during that time, it was really for the love. So we had like the biggest hip hop party in Cape Town, Cool Out Lounge. We were bringing internationals, like golden era guys like DJ Babu, Blue in Exile, Akio from Jurassic 5, Razkaz, all of that. And we weren't making any money. Like we were living off like 4,000 Rand a month, but it was just passion. Because I didn't know how to monetize things back then. I didn't know how to monetize building like a hip hop community. But it was so much fun. We used to put in all this work, go out all the time. And we also didn't understand that we were kind of getting taken advantage of by the venues. We got paid 500 Rand for that, for Cool Out Lounge.
What?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't know. We didn't know. So we were just happy to get that, because it was still a point in my life where I didn't understand that there was, so this is when I was coming from the ICC, from the International Criminal Court. So for me, growing up, I wasn't taught that you could make a living in music. You know, so I didn't understand. So when I'm getting 500 Rand to DJ, I'm just like, oh shit, it's 500 Rand. This is shit that I was doing house parties for. You know, now I'm getting paid for it. So for me, like, that was like a beautiful, beautiful time where everything that we do was just about the passion. It was about building the Cape Town hip hop scene. Everybody was broke, but there was like an energy that you couldn't deny. And that time period was just before I moved to Joburg, just before before Victory Lab dropped. And then once that happened, it changed the trajectory. It was like, all of a sudden, brands are like, yo, what is this hip hop stuff? We got to get involved. The kids are into it. And then from there, that's when I wrote the Sprite campaign, which is like, we brought Talib Kweli down.
That was you?
Launch, Mobb Deep, And it was also like, side note, like that first Sprite campaign, the finalists, we had Gigi Lemaine was there. Costa Titch was a dancer. He wasn't even rapping, but he made it as a finalist as a dancer. It's like so many people were like use that platform as like one of their initial points of reference to South Africa. And because of like the work that we did in For the Passion, when the corporate started getting involved, there was like maybe a handful of people that they reached out to. So from there, that's how we got involved with like a lot of the Miller stuff. Because remember, Miller they were championing hip hop like no one else during that time. And we were able to like transition from not understanding how to monetize it into making it profitable. But it was all the work that we did for the passion, you know? So I mean, there are other favorite times, but I think that one really sticks out. When I look back, like, I really miss that era. I miss being broke. I don't miss being broke, but I miss everything around that era that was so much fun, you know? It was so real.
The reality.
It was, you know? And now it's like, I still, you know, I always say, I'm not about the money, but I'm about the money. Like, for me, it's like authenticity and passion first. But now I'm much more aware of the bottom line. While back then, it was just like, yo, DJ and Kailicha, cool, pay for a taxi. I'll bring all my DJ equipment. I'll bring the speakers. I'll bring everything. Just get me out there. I didn't care about money. You know what I'm saying? At all. So I think that was a beautiful time. Maybe if I can get to that point now where it's just like, I'm just doing it about passion. I don't care about money at all. You know, that's a beautiful thing.
Sure, that's a very noble thing. I don't think it's a lot of people who appreciate the foundational phase of their careers. And I think the foundational phase of your career sort of coincides with the foundational phase of rap, or commercial rap, I should say, in the country. And that was my personal favorite era, 2005 to like 2016.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That was, you know, we had a lot of ridiculous rappers there, and I'm sure you know all of them and you're familiar with them. And so we want to know who your official top 5 dead or alive are. We're not going to limit it to rap because you're a multifaceted gentleman.
Sure.
And you understand music holistically and stuff. And so we want to know. Aliens pull up, lasers pointed at your face officially.
Top 5. I mean,
who are your top 5?
That's such a tough one, man. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna throw it off with like old school. I'm gonna say Mozart. Gotta go top 5.
Okay.
What I liked about him was just the musical catalog. My mom was a huge classical music person growing up, so I listened to a lot of classical music. But he was like that guy. If you ever get a chance to see the movie Amadeus, it's banging. Yeah, it's dope. It's about him.
Check it out.
But he was that guy that like, he could listen to anything and then just play it, you know, straight up
August
genius.
Rush type stuff.
Yeah, straight up genius. For me, you know, I gotta say, like, Nas for me was major growing up. Man, that's such a tough one, man.
It is.
You know, if I'm looking at like modern stuff as well, Kendrick is up there. Man, you know, I'm gonna say Bobby Brown.
You're allowed. You're allowed.
Because that dude was my favorite singer growing up, man. I love Bobby Brown. And it's like, even, I love Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
But I feel like, had it
Bobby
not been for Whitney, could have gotten one more good album out of Bobby. It's an unpopular take, but
hot take 101.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Whitney, we could have probably got another album out of Pop. Once Bobby was Whitney, man. It's the drugs, and he just he got lazy. You know, he was with Whitney. He didn't need to work anymore. You know, Black Thought, maybe The Roots, like that. He was like, the Roots were super inspirational for me, just from like a musical point of view. Just, you know, that whole element of just the live band with the MC. You know, that was really big. I'm trying to like maybe tap into some of like, cause I listened to a lot of different music growing up. You know, maybe some like into like my rock. Where am I at right now? 4?
You got 5.
Is that 5?
If you got more, we won't stop you.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. That's the most diverse top 5 I think we've gotten so far on the show, without question. And I think that speaks to the importance and the role that music has played in your life as well, right? And that's really dope, man. So we just want to, you know, hit you with some quick rapid fire questions.
Cool.
You can just say pass for those that you cannot answer. Getting straight into it. Your earliest celebrity crush.
Nina Cherry.
Who?
Nina Cherry.
Here's a picture. Don't say I didn't do anything nice for you.
Yeah, she was she was fly. She had a song called Buffalo Stand. She was doing like R&B and stuff. Was it early 90s? She was so cute. Yeah, Nina Cherry.
Scarlett Johansson or Halle Berry?
Halle Berry. Yeah.
Hip hop or house?
Hip hop.
South Africa or anywhere else on earth?
That's tough. I'm gonna say South Africa because I mean, I've been here 15 years now. I choose to be here. I can leave whenever I want. I choose not to leave. So South Africa.
You heard it here first. Thank you so much for kicking it with us today. You definitely put us on some game, and coming from somebody who's been doing this for such a long time, I hope we learned something over there. That's it. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers.
And at number 6, we have Lil Yachty with Strike. Now, here's a fun fact about him, right? He has been in Drake's toilet.
I heard something about that. I believe he said these toilets are automatic.
Yeah.
And they play Tupac.
Yeah.
Drake's out of control. Anyway.
Also, who asked him?
Nigen lento yokuthi manisebenzisa ama toilet wethu nihambele ngaphandle niyotshela abantu indaba zethu. Stop that thing, man. Strike, in fact.
Okay, it's us. I been falling. I was eager. I was high as fuck, tweaking. I was trying to strike shit. I was trying to strike shit. I was trying to strike.
All right, and bubbling under, we have to zero in on some names we haven't seen on the chart for quite a while. I'm talking Mass Music alongside DJ Maphorisa, Daliwonga, with a very, very interestingly titled track named Gangnam Style. Let's check them out.
I'm Tandaga, Elang Tandaga, then Funi Gangnam Style, when I said I'm Jajaban Kulumaga, but you Funi Gangnam Style, Ganga, Gabing Tandaga.
And at number 5, we have a Maroomba pitch with Lady Ama. It is Hamba Juba.
That sounds violent.
Juba the drink or Juba a bird?
You know Juba the drink? Okay, 10-year-old, stop watching the show right now before we expose things that we absolutely should not. Moving right along. Remember that song by that guy from Nigeria, the song that's charting all over the world right now, Rema with Calm Down? That's our number 4 track. Fun fact about Rema. Now, he says that he made his first million naira sipping Juba. I'm playing. He made his first million naira at 17 years old. And do you know what he did? Gave it all to his mom.
Aww. How much is 17 naira in rands?
It's about $39,000 rands. 39,000 rands. Close to 40K.
Aww.
Don't do it. But anyway, Asimbong, Rema with Calm Down.
Another banger, baby, calm down, calm down. Yo, this your body, it puts in my heart for lockdown, oh lockdown. Yo, you sweet life, phantom, phantom.
at number 3, right? We have 2.1. Guys, what's happening? I'm trying to understand. I wish I could just have like an overview of all of you South Africans listening to your music. Number 3, Ustimela. Like, there's so much happening. But anyway, 2.1 with Ustimela. Check it out.
It's a very popular song. You know what? I've started to realize a pattern. I don't know if it's the times but people really enjoy the more laid back, grown up, chilled type tracks, evidenced by the fact that Libyance's People is doing remarkable. Rush has been doing the things. Rema calmed. So, sometimes the music goes soft, ne? What's all ngani? Asbabon.
Give it up, 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 give it up. Oh, give it up, give it up. Oh, give it up.
All right, and at number 2, we have a gentleman who has automatic toilets that play Tupac when you flush. And he didn't stop there in life, because Drake is firmly aiming for the Petty King title. In the track we are about to play for you, he uses a video, or an audio clip rather, of Kim Kardashian discussing her divorce with Kanye West.
I didn't come this far just to come this far and not be happy.
Okay.
Remember that.
You didn't come this far just to come this far.
Yep. I saw it on the internet.
That's fine. That would be fun if he wasn't beefing with Kanye West. Drake, please, Galok. Please. But for manje, nangoge. Search and rescue.
Say what's on your mind, I'ma call away, mommy. Come and rescue me. Whoa, take me out the club, whoa, take me out the trap, whoa, take me off the market, take me off the map. I'm trying to.
Alrighty, and at number 1, we have Inkabizezwe. Bye. Now, 2 weeks back, they just hit gold, right? And now they have gone platinum, guys. I'm not surprised.
And they've been number 1 for 2 weeks
I
running
am not
on
surprised.
Radio Monitor 2.
One thing about the KZN people, they will support. Also, understandably so, because this album is dope. Dope.
Anyway, thanks for kicking it with us right here on the official SA chart. That was your official top 10 for this week. Do enjoy. And now you know what your friends and probably yourself are listening to also, but that's why we do this, to let you know what the official hottest tracks are. Do check us out next week. Please do not forget
to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, bye.
Jalo, jalo, jalo. Sengizokuthengela umbhayibhayi.